really know. I don't really know if I like this. I have a, I have it. I haven't filmed properly in so long that I feel like I don't know how to like set where I want to be, and I'm always in your eyeball, and I want it to be a little further back, but now I'm behind the plant. But I have a mic. This is Henna's mic that they graciously let me use. This is take two because I had this monstera. Now she's touching my head. I have been wanting to talk to you. I've been feeling like vlogging, and Henna has a mic that they're graciously lending me. So here I am to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about some things I've been liking recently. I also started a vlog for you, so who knows, maybe my once annual video will turn into 2 videos for the year. Something happens in July, clearly. End of June, beginning of July, where I need to vlog. That's what happened last year. Yes, I recently, when did I write this? I wish I had the date on it. I wrote down some things that I had been loving for springtime into summertime, and just to have a little record of what I've been loving. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, this would be a fun video. So here I am. I love a favorites video. I'm watching them. I love watching a favorites video. And I guess this is a recent favorites since I've been away kind of video. I have a few categories. I have food, I have music, I have activities, I have purchases, and I have book stuff, of course. Are you focusing on the foil camera? Are you for serious? Okay. Oh, let me explain the foil. So I love my sweet kitties so much, but they lately, in the last few months, have been on a tear of chewing plants. And they kind of always have liked to chew the plants, but they got really into it. So to deter them, we have foiled most of the plants in our house. I am desensitized to it now because I see it all the time, but it does look pretty odd in here, and that's why there's this beautiful patch of foil. So purchases are kind of anything I'm buying, but specifically it has kind of a trinkety vibe, which I think I also have. I don't think I've talked to you about my Charmera. I always say Charmera. I think because I think of Chimera, like Chimera as like the creature, but I have a Kodak Charmera. This is the one I pulled from the blind box. It takes really cute pictures. It also takes video. The audio is not good, but the video is really cute. So I kind of want to do a Charmera vlog where of course, I'm not going to talk to this, but I talk over it maybe, just because I think the B-roll this takes is so cute. I have also succumbed to the blind box industrial complex. I'm not a gambler in the traditional sense, but I am buying a blind box much more often than I should. Henna is also part of this. It's so fun. It's too fun, honestly. I get it. I get the way that this could become a problem. And it frankly it's almost there. Specifically, my recent obsession has been yo-yos from Miniso. That's this character. This is our most recent pull. She is everything to me. She is everything to me. To explain how serious this is when we got her, she was sitting on our coffee table and Henna and I were reading on the couch, and Henna said, "Can you turn her to face me so I can see her?" And she has been living on our coffee table facing us so we can enjoy her. This is from a Toy Story 5 box. I don't even care about Toy Story. I don't care about it. I don't know anything about Toy Story. I just think she's so cute. And her character this is the potty training character apparently. Is she going to focus? I don't know how to do this. She can hold him too, and it's cute as well, honestly. Hello? She's everything to me. She's actually everything to me. We have also smaller, this is like the big version, but they have a smaller box of her where she's usually holding 2 little thingies. They're so cute. They're so cute. I'm obsessed with them. Yeah, I got a little otter recently, yesterday, I think. He's everything as well. I'll put a picture of him in here. So I am a gambler now. And the gamble is a cute little creature. Speaking of Miniso, I never really understood the personal fan of it all. I've seen people using them in the wild. I was like, oh, like that seems cool, but I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, I wonder how effective that really is. And then last summer when Sarah was here, hi Sarah, I love you. She had a fan in her bag, and it really saved me on a very hot day. And so we were in Montreal recently, and it was so hot while we were there. And I popped into a Miniso and I got this fan. This fan, though, she's different because this little metal in the middle, she is, I think, almost dead because we've been using her a lot at all our events. Probably not great for audio, but this little girly, oh my goodness. This, when she's blue, she starts to get cold here, and it cooler. I was skeptical. No, it works. You can see the condensation's already starting. Henna and I both use this on the dance floor, in public, at a restaurant, on a patio, on a walk. She's coming everywhere I can. When I forget her, I get actively angry. I'm obsessed with her. We want to get another one. I know Henna wants one of their own because usually we're sharing it, but we haven't found this model here. I think because it's been hot, so everyone needs a fan. She is everything to me. I don't even know what she's called. Fresh Series Boosted Airflow 2000 mAh handheld fan with cooling pad. I love her. I think she was like $12. Like, not so affordable. And she's everything. I have a Lamy Safari fountain pen that I bought back in 2020. And I recently, in like the last year, got some more cartridges for her. I think I was literally using her in the last time I vlogged. And I like her, but I don't love her. And I was like, maybe I'm just not a fountain pen head. Like, maybe it's not for me. But I figured it out. The reason I think I don't like my Lamy Safari that much is because it's a medium nib. And I like a finer line typically when I'm writing, kind of generally. And then also my like feelings journal, my like I'm in my feelings and need to write it out journal is an old moleskin. And that paper quality, it is so bad. Like even regular gel pens sometimes are bleeding through. It's truly shocking. But even more so, my medium ink or medium nib Lamy Safari, bleeding. And so I, on a whim, picked up a Pilot Kakuno and this really cute teal. She's so cute. I'm obsessed with her. And I really love her. She is perfect to me. It's the fine nib, and I have been using her constantly for like writing in my journal, but also like just writing anything. And I really am obsessed. I do need to get some replacement cartridges because I feel like I might run out soon, and that will be really tough because I really am using her constantly. I love her. And I'm not usually like a teal girl, but that's what they had in the store when I got it on a whim. And I really love it. So I got this multi-stamp. I will find out what it's called if you care. At Toronto Stationery Fest last year. It was so fun. And I didn't use her as much when I first got her. I kind of like put her to the side, left her alone. But I have been using it so much. It is so cool. You basically press each one when you need it. So if you put it flat on the page to actually stamp it, it's like little keys. They're so cute. It's really useful. And I just think the illustrations on them is so cute. I really love it. Oh, my battery's gonna die. I love that for me. We're back. Let me move on to my next thing that I was going to tell you about, which is the Uriage. How do I do the beauty guru thing with my mic? I guess it's kind of working. The Uriage, what is it called? Protecting Lip Balm. There is a really nice lady at the Rexall that we go to, and she was talking smack about Blistex to us and encouraged us to get this one. I love it so much. It doesn't actually dry your lips out under the guise of hydration. It's really comfortable. And I got it on sale for $10. So It's pretty great. I love it a lot. I've been using this consistently for the last little while. Actually, my most recent of the items I just showed you is this hat that Hannah picked up for me when we were shopping yesterday that says retired on it. And I love this brown, and I think it is extremely funny. And I showed it to my parents, who are both retired, and they also thought it was very funny. Okay, that is purchases. Let's move on to activities. I've been crocheting again, and it's so fun. If you have seen my older vlogs, I don't know if any of them are still out like public anymore, but if you've been here for a bit, you know that I love to crochet. I think I had a vlog, I had a vlog a few Christmases ago of me crocheting gifts for my family. I really like crochet, and it's like what I learned first. It's what I did as a kid with my mom. So it's very comfortable to me, and I feel like pretty skilled at it, but I wanted to get back into knitting. I learned how to knit from my sister when I was a teenager, and I hadn't done it actively in a while. Picked it back up a few years ago. I still find it really hard. Not the actual stitches itself, but any project that has more construction elements than simply like back and forth knit or back and forth knit and purl, I find very challenging. I've made like a Sophie scarf. I've made a singular sock for my father that took me months, and I still have not made him a second sock. He has a voucher in his house for me to make him a second sock. I haven't made it happen. I haven't been able to do it. I'm working on a baby blanket for my coworker that now that I'm crocheting again, I'm having fun doing. When I was doing that alone, it was stressing me out a lot. And that's just back and forth and purling. But I've started crocheting again. It's so fun. I made myself a shawl for the wedding that we were at recently, and I love the way it came out. It was so comfortable. I used this yarn that I've been seeing people use for ponchos online, and it always looks so cute. It is the Sunless yarn. I've been saying, I don't know if that's right, but it's a cotton and linen viscose yarn blend. She kind of just looks like, oh, she's blown out, but this is this limey color that I'm making a mesh shirt for Henna with. I hope you can see. It's coming up really bright on camera, but she is so cute. So yeah, I made my shawl. I'm now making Henna a mesh shirt. I'm also working on a different mesh top for them, also crochet. And then knitting wise, oopsie, just kicked you. Knitting wise, I am working still on that baby blanket for my coworker, but now that I'm interspersing it with crochet, I'm having fun again. And that baby is nearly a toddler. That is a big baby. So I'm gonna have to make the blanket big, and I will explain that it is made with love and not skill. Okay, I've been doing a scrap a day with my bestie Sarah. We got these punches courtesy of Sarah's friend, thank you, Courtney, and we punch a scrap every day. It has been such a fun way to memory keep. This year, I wanted to journal every day. I've tried that before. I've tried other means of daily memory keeping, and I find them kind of daunting sometimes. But this scrap a day has been just so, it's manageable, you know what I mean? And it's like such a really sweet snapshot of time passing, and I just love it. And then also throughout the day, I'm like thinking like, what's my scrap gonna be? And it gives me an eye for things that I kind of, it's similar to junk journaling in a way that I still am doing, where I'm like looking at the trash around me that I could punch to signify my day in a way, and it makes things feel special. So for example, this was the last little bit. Here's some of my scraps there. You know, it's just so fun. That is my little otter baby, isn't he so cute? Oh my god. Yeah, so I've been doing it in my little Boris notebook. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, this is kind of feels like a little bit of a silly one, but I love it. When I'm working from home or on mornings where I can take things a little bit slower, like I'm not rushing out the door to work or to something, then I've been putting like my morning medication / supplements in a dish while I eat breakfast. Again, this is a dish from my bestie Sarah. I do not know the artist's name, but isn't it stunning? It's the same actually like art that is on the sticker on my little notebook, and I'm obsessed with both. And it just feels so like, makes my breakfast feel so special, and it feels very luxurious putting all of my stuff that I need to take in my little dish. And I don't know, I've been really loving doing it. It feels so special. I love a trinket dish. I love it so much. So any excuse to use one of mine Trinket dishes. I'm gonna take it. We have also been playing cards a bunch. We've actually been a little bit slower on the card playing lately, but for a little while in the last few months, we've been playing games a lot, specifically Monopoly Deal and Quiddler. I find Quiddler really stressful, especially because Henna is so good at it. So when it's the two of us playing, I'm getting beaten 95% of the time. And I don't feel like I'm very competitive, but when I'm playing Quiddler, I'm competitive. It is very serious to me. And then we also play Monopoly Deal, which I love. My coworker was like, I play this every day with my partner. Like, you guys should try it. And for the first little while when we got it, we were playing it every day. Oh, okay. Another one I just glanced down at my list. I've been doing paper Sudoku. Less in the last few weeks, but I need to pick that up. When I wrote this list, I was doing paper Sudoku all the time. And I love it. I was like bringing it in my bag to work, and then I would like listen to my little book or listen to my podcast and do Sudoku on the train. I'm doing it whenever. I'm doing it before bed. I'm doing it in the beginning of the day. Henna is someone who is a big fan of that and is like, for a long time, has like been bringing a paper Sudoku to the cafe. They were ahead of the curve. But I love it. It's so fun. And talking to you about it, I haven't done it maybe a few weeks, like since we got home from our recent trip. So I want to get back on that. Oh, and then lastly, I've been watching so much Dimension 20. I don't know what happened. I love D20 and I have for a while, but I usually kind of get like a fit of it. I watch like a full season of something or many episodes in a row, but because the episodes are quite long, I like will hit a wall and then fall off for a while. I've been watching consistently for like a few months. Like I'm watching a little bit at least every day. It's really serious. I rewatched Fantasy High and then I watched or Fantasy High freshman year, then I watched sophomore year, which is such a long season. It took me a long time to get through it. And then I just recently have been watching junior year. I'm almost at the end and I'm loving it so much. I also watched Gladlands relatively recently. It wrecked me. I cried a lot, but I loved it so much. And then for the first time, I'm actively watching live City Council of Darkness as it's airing. It's just everything to me. I've had so many giggles and laughs, and it's perfect to throw on when I'm doing my crochet or my other activity that I'm gonna talk to you about in a second. And I just am I'm so obsessed with it. The other activity that I'm referring to is diamond dots. I know I'm really behind on that, diamond painting. Feel like it was extra big during 2020 and onward, but I still kind of had it in my orbit. And Bessie Sarah, as always, was like, you should try this, and gifted me and Henna a set. And since then, I've been a big fan. But lately, especially, I'm desperate to diamond dot. That's honestly taken the spot of the Sudokus lately. I just bought 2 giant diamond paintings that we're actually planning to like do and then be able to hang up because the patterns are so cute. I'll put the patterns on screen here. I really hope that I'm in focus. God, I hope I'm in focus. I should be. Let's continue on. I think it's time for books. That's what you're really here for, aren't you? So for books, I feel like I haven't read as much as previous years this year. I'm realizing my phone is not anywhere close to me. So I can't tell you exactly how much I've read. I think I've read less than 50 books. I want to say maybe 45 or 46 books this year. So still pretty consistently reading a bunch a month, but I feel like it's come in more spurts. And I also have been really into my audiobook life lately. I think because of crocheting, because of my diamond dots, because of these activities that I mentioned. So I feel like I have been reading, when I'm reading audiobooks, it's typically more of my genre fiction. So romance, thrillers, that kind of stuff. Unless it's like a very performance driven audiobook, then I sometimes will listen to my lit fic, but I just feel like for the way I like to read those like literary fiction, I typically like to read with my eyeballs, whether that's on my Kobo or my like a physical book in the last little while. But I have read some things I've really loved this year. I've been tracking using Bookmori, which I used actually I mentioned I think at the end of my vlog last year when I did my 24-hour readathon because I wanted an app that would track my time. And I really like it. I still have a Storygraph and a Goodreads that I need to update. where I like follow my friends and all of that. But in terms of my tracking day to day, it's on there. Specifically this year, one of my goals was to read every day, and I have not done that. I missed one day 103 days ago. And so I'm on an 103-day streak now. But yeah, I think that if I miss that one day, that is totally fair. And if I read 364 days this year, I'll be very proud of myself. If I read 360 days, 300 days this year, I'll be happy. But yes, so I'm also, I think, very attached to tracking on Bookmore because that streak, it's very important to me. I've been reading, like I said, a lot more genre fiction, but specifically, I've been reading Janice Hallett again. I'm kind of always rereading her books. I love her books so much. I really liked The Killer Question, which is her most recent release that's out. And I don't know how, but I also got the arc for The Silent Appeal, which is a sequel to The Appeal, which is my favorite book of hers, one of my favorite thrillers of all time. And I loved it. I read the arc recently, reviewed it. I'm so glad I got it. If you read The Appeal, I strongly encourage you to pick up The Silent Appeal when it's out. It was so fun, an evolution on that world of the Fairway Players and like that gossipy theater group. But it still felt unique and like building on a story without kind of resting on its laurels of the fact that it's already built the world of the Fairway Players. I just loved it. It was awesome. I also had another arc that I read this year. Again, I'm surprised I still get them. And frankly, I'll be candid with you. My review feedback percentage, she's not good. I requested way too many when I first got access to NetGalley. But I read Girl's Girl by Sonia Feldman earlier this year before it came out. It's out now. And I really liked it. This is a book about a trio of best friends in high school. And it is such a vivid depiction of what it feels like to be a teenage girl. I loved the way these teens were written. It didn't feel like it was going to date itself immediately. It didn't feel like it was trying too hard to capture the vocabulary of a teenager. I don't know if that's just me getting further away from being a teen and it's not actually accurate, but to me it felt accurate. And the complication in their dynamic is that there is a crush developing between two of the three friends and kind of navigating what their relationships are gonna, like that dynamic of a trio of friends looks like as things start to change relationship wise, and also as they grow up, right? These girls are in high school. I believe they're in grade 11. Am I right there? Like they're getting towards where you're starting to have to think about university and like what's coming next. But at the same time, you're so far away from being an adult and kind of having adult responsibilities in that way, if you're lucky enough to avoid those while you're a teenager. And so I just loved it. It's like a perfect summer book to me of the intensity of teenage feelings and the excitement of having a crush and the fear of having a crush on someone that you already have a close relationship with and value so much as a friend, and disturbing a friendship dynamic, and the fierce love of you have as a young girl for your friends that is kind of desperate in that it's like so strong and so close, and kind of learning how to be yourself with other people, and also learning that you have to learn how to be yourself on your own. I just loved it. I thought it was great. It's not a 5-star necessarily, I think, technically, but in the way it made me feel, I loved it. Another standout this year was Dominion by Addie E. Kitchens. I picked this one up because of Jess Owens, who I love and I watch all the time. We actually don't have very similar reading tastes. She reads a lot more fantasy than I do, but she's been dipping her toe in more stuff that I would like. And regardless, I'm watching because I love her videos. But yes, she spoke so highly of Dominion that I put it on hold. I put it, the audiobook specifically on hold. And my goodness, what an incredible audiobook performance. And what a messy, tragic, funny, sad story. We're following two women who are proximal to this very powerful church family. They are both victims of these very powerful and power-hungry, power-drunk men. Jess, when she was talking about it, was saying that it's like such a vivid depiction of the Black church and growing up in the Black church. And I loved the way it talked about faith and people in faith and kind of people who have become or maybe placed themselves as near godly in faith spaces, and kind of the trickiness it is to maintain that image and how it can, I would dare say, often be hiding kind of bad behavior underneath it. This family of men, we're following the characters, the wife of the main pastor, this mega pastor at this huge church, and then also the girlfriend of the like golden boy son of the pastor at this church. It is incredibly tragic, but there's so much humor to it. These characters feel incredibly realized. I felt mad at both of the women that we're following, and also so much compassion and hurt for them. And I felt deeply disturbed by the men in this story, not because they felt unbelievable, because they were familiar. They are very real men. Yeah, I love this. I think that if you grew up in church at all, you would love this. I think that if you like a really messy story that has so much meat to it, but still manages to have levity and is twisty and turny like a more plot driven novel can be while still building really rich characters, I think you'll love this. I really recommend it. And the audiobook was so good. This is not a book I think I would typically listen to on audio, but the performance on audio, incredible. Incredible. I loved it. Yeah. And also I recommend the episode of The Stacks that Addie E. Kitchens was on, because it was fascinating to hear more about her path as an author and kind of how this book arrived to her. You know what I mean? Oh, so good. And then I've been reading a lot of thrillers this year. And it's been really fun to pepper that in with other books that I've been picking up that are heavier or like maybe more literary in nature. Specifically, my newest thriller author that I've been devouring everything she writes is Andrea Mara. She's an Irish author. I picked up It Should Have Been You, which is, I believe, her most recent book, on Libby on audio. It was on my Skip the Line. It was on Skip the Line with my library. And I read it so fast. I listened to it, I think, over the span of like 2 days. And since then, I've been reading everything of hers they have on Libby. I know it's serious because I put on hold the one book of hers that they do not have an audiobook for on Libby. I requested physically from the library. And I don't typically read a thriller physically unless I'm on like vacation and I brought it as a physical book. But I will be reading this one because I just think she is really inventive. She writes really interesting family dynamics and very twisty stories that do different things than the thrillers I typically pick up. And I like the inclusion of like motherhood and children. Sometimes, honestly, I find that quite stressful in thrillers usually, but the way she does this, I kind of trust her not to put children in too much of harm's way, if that makes sense. And so I don't feel fear for them in the same way that I would in maybe a darker story. And we get to see some really interesting stuff about motherhood amongst these kind of twisty, pulpy stories, you know? But I think I've read 4 of her thrillers in the last maybe 2 months. Obsessed is an understatement. I made my mom read it. I'm going to make Hannah read it. One other standout I wanted to mention from earlier this year is The Office of Historical Corrections by Danielle Evans. This is one of the strongest short story collections I've ever read. There are moments from throughout that collection that I like return to me on a semi-regular basis. It is such a amazing short story collection. I loved it so much, and I heard about it years ago actually from Jalen from the Bar in the Bookcase, I believe. And I have had it on my radar for ages since, and I finally picked it up now. I think it came out in 2019 or 2020. It's an older title now, but it really, really impressed me. If you want a really juicy short story collection with really excellent writing and like interesting characters, that I felt like for every story in this collection, I wanted it to be a full novel. And we do get a novella in this collection, which I also adored and wish was a full novel as well. But just masterful writing, really interesting concepts, and like really excellent execution. Okay, that's books. Oh my god, I've been filming for 30 minutes and that's just on this battery. Let us continue to food. I love to eat and I love to drink things. And I've been eating and drinking good this year. I'm very lucky. Okay, first is I have been loving for a long time, including in winter, a matcha sparkling water with juice. Any juice will do, but my favorite that I have made as of late, there's kind of 2. My go-to is matcha lemon sparkling Esca water from Costco, and then a splash of the Rubicon passion fruit juice that is always on sale at my grocery store. It is so good. I don't put very much juice, so it's not very sweet, and the sparkling water has a tartness to it because of the lemon, and it's just the perfect summery drink. I've also made it with this lime syrup I picked up that was on sale at the LCBO, which is our like liquor store here. There's no liquor in it, but it was, I think, intended for cocktails. But the syrup has a really nice lime flavor, and you don't need much of it to get a little sweetness and a little liminess. And if you want to take it over the top, you can add like a true lime packet. Incredible. It's so good. It's also like, as soon as it hits summer, I don't want a milky drink really at all. I don't want milk. I don't want a milky drink anymore. I realized this when I was having a lot of iced lattes recently when we were on vacation, and they were hitting, but I by the end was like, that was a lot of milk for being in the heat, you know? I want a matcha sparkling. I want a good cold brew that's not sour. I want an Americano. I want an espresso fizz. Love that. An espresso, what are they called? Espresso fizz. No. The sparkling Americano? Maybe. I don't know. One of those. I want that. I also have been living for a big old gas station Diet Coke. It tastes so good. It picks me up. I love a Pebble Ice. It's so good. It's too good. I'm obsessed with it. I have also been loving a bagel. We were in Montreal, like I said. We ate good bagels and bad bagels. I'm a Fairmount hater, actually. Everyone was saying Fairmount is better than Saint Viateur. You're wrong. At least the ones that I tried. And then also I've been making the like Greek yogurt bagels at home. Delicious. I want bread all the time, and I love a bagel. Bread and butter is also on this list. I love bread and butter. In a Jess Owens video, she was talking about bread and butter, and she was absolutely right. She ranted about it, and she's correct. I love bread and butter. I want bread and butter at all times of the day. But you know what the top thing on my food list lately is? Is popcorn, because Henna knocked it out of the park and got me a popcorn maker for my birthday. I did ask for it, but they did the research, they got it for me, and they let me open it early. I have been making popcorn nearly every day, and it has made my life infinitely better. Infinitely better. I love popcorn so much. Making an herby pasta salad. Henna is growing this beautiful basil and beautiful parsley on our balcony. It is flourishing, which means there is a ton of herbs for me to use. And I've been making an herby pasta salad often, and it is perfect for summertime. Perfect for any time. I mean, I love pasta salad. I'll eat it in the winter. But a like lemony, really zingy pasta salad with like shallot. And recently I made one that had cooked green beans in it. It's just everything. It's just everything. I love pasta salad. Oh, cooking tofu in really tiny cubes and then making like a soy sauce, vinegar, maple syrup sauce. And I fry it up in my new wok. We just got a stainless steel wok. I'm obsessed with it. Tiny tofu cubes. It's so good. And then lastly for food, not lastly, two lastlies. We got a hot sauce at this festival we were at recently that I'm obsessed with. And poor Henna's tummy can't really handle it. They can handle the heat, but the later effects are the problem. I don't even like hot sauce typically, usually. I'm not a big hot sauce head. I don't need a ton of heat. It's so good, guys. It's so good. I'll put the name on the screen. It's so delicious. Just put it on some egg with some rice and a green. You have a perfect meal. It's perfect. I love it so much. Lastly for real, is the Peas and Favas Prana Mix Spicy Edition. This is so delicious, and for a nut mix is like pretty reasonably priced where I've seen it, and it is full of protein. It is full of delicious crunch. We took it on our trip, and I was yamming it up with Becca. It was so good. It was so good. I love it so much. I need to go get more. I love it so much. The last category is music, and I'm going to try to go quickly because I've been talking for a very long time, and also the camera will overheat. But I have been back to listening to music. That might sound silly, but I feel like for a little bit I was focusing more on audio in other ways. A podcast, listening to D20, listening to videos, listening to audiobook. And I feel like in the last 6 months I've been loving music again in a way where I'm like excited to listen to music that I've put on my list. You know what I mean? Okay, here's the music. First, the Fig album by Naomi Scott. We saw Naomi Scott when she was here. She was amazing. It was such a fun concert. And that album is so good front to back. I love it. Cherry is like the summer song for me. I'm obsessed with it. I love Hellbent. I really like Sweet Nausea, especially after hearing it live. She also sang She's So Gone from Lemonade Mouth, but a really cool rendition. And I wasn't a Lemonade Mouth girl, but the people in the crowd were. And my God, she was amazing. And that album is so good, and I still listen to it fairly regularly. I can't stop listening to All for Something by Tiny Habits. That album, I've been listening to it since it came out with a regularity, and they have a new album coming out, and I'm going with Henna to the tour. I'm so excited. They're playing the Opera House in November of this year, and I can't wait. And the two new singles so far have been so good. I'm so excited. I really like it. Specifically right in front of me, really good. Dancing on the Wall, the new Muna. I am not going to see Muna because the tickets were so expensive. My goodness me. And I am sad about it. And I do wonder if I'm like, should I have just done it anyway? I also think part of my problem was I did not sign up for artist presale in time, which was my own fault. So I don't know what the sale price originally was, but yeah. The new album though, loving it. And it's so funny the timing because I had just been having a Muna Sance earlier this year. And then I was like, wait a second, there's a new album coming. And I love it. I love it so much. I have been actually opening my genres more and just like taking a recommendation and giving it a try. And it's been yielding so many fun new listens for me. One of which I saw someone randomly talk about in a video, and I listened to it and I had a lot of fun. It was a fun little pop album. Is It Fun or Is It Over by Mercer Henderson. I listened to it a few times, actually. Not a few times, multiple times, and really enjoyed. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I should listen to that again today. It was so good. It's just like pop girly music. And I had a great time. It was really good. I was listening to the new Underscores album and the mix that she did when she's in that laundry room. It's like in a laundromat. I'll put the link or the album name. But specifically the You album, so good. So good. Love it. And also the mix that she did in that laundry room is everything. It's so good. Full Circle by Tom Misch. I'm a Tom Misch head forever. And I was just telling Henna that I needed new music from him so badly. And then it was like Full Circle is coming. And I was like, oh my God. He is not coming here yet. I do need him to come. But I love it. Full Circle, it's beautiful. I love it so much. I think it'll take it a second for it to catch up to Geography. I think Geography looms large in my mind of his albums. And also the 6-song EP that he released last year. Specifically Insecure off that one. I think it was one of my top played songs last year. It was so good. Oh, I listened to LK99 by Levin Kali. Dutch artist living in LA or grew up in LA, I think. Love that album. So funky, so fresh, so perfect to put on a sunny day. Puts me in a good mood. I really like that album a lot. I need to listen to that one again because when I wrote this list, I was listening to it a lot, and then I've done other things lately. Oh my God. Okay. I'm so happy for Leon Thomas having his moment. I love Mutt, but specifically I really liked the Folks album, PH Folks, a lot, and I've been listening to it. I really like My Muse. That one gets stuck in my head often. My Muse. And I was a Leon Thomas head like when he was releasing his like mixtapes. Like I loved Leon Thomas back in the day. And I was a Victorious head, so that makes sense. And then lastly, one that I've listened to like probably like 10 times in the last few days because I just throw it on loop is Sparkle Mommy's album. I forget what the literal album is called, but the cover art looms large in my head because I see her on my phone all the time. I will put it here. It's so good. It's perfect. It's perfect to me. I just wish it was longer. I wish there were more songs. It's like 25 minutes, but I put that on loop when I'm reading, when I'm crocheting, when I'm just sitting in the sun. Perfection to me. It's so good. And then for songs, I'm gonna go so fast because my dang camera is gonna overheat again. Oh, sorry. And it goes without saying, but Midnight Sun and Girls Trip, duh. That is always on loop, always playing regularly. We saw Zara earlier this year and it was incredible. This is the second time seeing her, her second time here in Toronto as her own act. It was incredible, incredible, incredible. She's incredible. Both Henna and I are big fan. Henna's maybe, I dare say, her biggest fan. Yeah, forever I'm listening to that album. My favorite currently on Girls Trip is actually Crush, the feature with Eli, because that one I always liked. I like Girls Trip a lot. I think it's great. And also the Mooney Long Midnight Sun version is so good. That one's on a Girls Trip, but anyway, I told you I wasn't gonna talk a lot. The other songs that have been on rotation lately are Alone in Miami by Remy Wolf. I love that Remy Wolf album. You know the one. Not it has Cinderella on it and Toro. You know that one. I love that one. And I re-listened to it recently. Also because she sang the whole thing in Off Campus, which I watched with Becca and it was really fun. It's like very smutty Hallmark vibe. But I love Alone in Miami so much. A Year Without Rain by Selena Gomez. We were talking about it recently. That song it's still so good. I love it so much. I love it so much. Ooh. Hotel Room Service. Duh. 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 I mean, forever. What else? Right in Front of Me, Tiny Habits, one of the new singles. Insecure, like I said, Tom Misch, and then DTMF by Bad Bunny. I love that one so much, and it gets stuck in my head all the time, impromptu, and then I have to listen to it on loop. And I love that whole album, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna shut the hell up because I talked for so much longer than I thought. But this was so fun, and I feel so official with my little holding of the mic. It's very satisfying to hold. I am so glad to be talking to you if this makes it to you, and let me know what you've been loving lately. And I'm working on a vlog for you, so if you get that too, I will be surprised, but I'm kind of excited. I've been in the mood to film and to chat and to share, and so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here if you still are. I just feel so happy if it makes you feel good even a little bit to watch these. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon maybe. Okay.